I believe we are live. I know, isn't that pretty? Yeah. All right, welcome everybody to the monthly gathering. And let me just tune in a little bit, and then we're going to call in the spirits first. But why don't we take a moment to just get into our bodies, into our heart space, feeling love and joy in our hearts. Just take a few deep breaths, breathing in divine love, breathing it out into your own body, breathing in divine love, breathing it out into the space. Okay, let's stand and we're going to face the directions and call in the spirits. We're going to start in the north, so everybody face north. And this is based on Native American tradition of calling in the spirits in each direction. And I've added some to it just because my gods aren't all Native American. So we call in the energy of the north. We welcome you. We welcome the element of earth. We call in Archangel Uriel, who stands in the north. All of the other beings of light, angels, helpers, spirit helpers, benevolent people in spirit. We welcome you to begin to fill in a circle of light around us. We're calling in all the angels, guides, beings of light. In the north comes wisdom and perspective. So we call all those guides in who have wisdom to share, and we welcome you to have a voice to speak that wisdom through my voice. We welcome in any energy that would come in that would offer us perspective based on where we are in our timeline here on the earth plane at this moment in time. Thank you for your participation and presence. Oh. And when I say ho, that is a Native American greeting, kind of like hello. So let's shift to the east. Take a deep breath in, breathing in divine love. Oh, Spirit of the East, please come. We welcome in the energy of new beginnings, of illumination, the element of the air. We ask that the wind of spirit blow into this room and into the rooms of everyone who is joining in by the YouTube Live. And we ask for new wind of spirit to blow into our lives to bring change and growth and movement as we are going through this very intense time of change here in the earth plane. May we be beacons of light and love and spirit as we are walking through life. And may we also have new things come to us and for us and around us as we are aligning to our own highest good as well. We welcome in Archangel Raphael. We ask you to participate in this gathering today. The energy of healing and communication, we welcome you. All of the other beings of light, we ask you to continue to create a circle around us of light and healing and love. Oh. And now we're going to shift to the south. Just breathing in divine love, breathing it out into the room. Oh, Spirit of the South, please come. We welcome in Archangel Michael, who stands in the south. We welcome in that fire, the element of fire that is very much at home in the south. We ask for the energy of change and growth and movement as we are changing and growing and evolving into more evolved and aware and awake versions of ourselves. May we walk through our life, and especially today, with the understanding of the fire that exists within us and bringing forth this new year of the Chinese fire horse. The fire is going to be very prevalent this year. So may we go through and accompany this fire into the next version of humanity living in the earth plane, and may it be completely transformational, but also come to us in the most gentle and cleansing way possible. Thank you for all of our spirit helpers in the South, bringing forth all the things that we need to navigate life here. Thank you. Oh. And now we're going to shift to the West, breathing in. The West is a more gentle energy. Oh, Spirit of the West, please come. We welcome in the element of water, the theme of letting go and surrender. Just as the sun sets in the West, we settle accounts. We say goodbye to a day or a season of our life. We welcome in Archangel Gabriel in the West to assist us in releasing all of those things that have held us back, all of those things that are no longer part of our experience, even though they may have had a wonderful part in our life at some point. We recognize and acknowledge that some things have to be released and let go. And we ask for wisdom to know what to release and the energy of surrender as we release difficult emotions, limiting beliefs, anything that would keep us from living our best lives. Thank you. We also ask the angels of light to continue creating a circle around us, continuing that circle and meeting up with the energy of the North. Thank you. Oh, and now we'll face the altar and each other. Creator above, we welcome you into this time of connection with Spirit. We welcome you into this time of channeling a healing frequency for ourselves, for each other, and for the planet. We ask that you oversee this time together, along with any of the angels and guides who have failed to specifically acknowledge. We thank you for you deciding who needs to be here and who needs to interact with us today. Thank you for that. Thank you for the ignition of the power inside of us, the divine light, divine love that exists in each of our souls, that is a representation of that divine energy that created all things. We acknowledge that we are all one, just living out our lives in different human experiences. We acknowledge that to be the case for all life forms who live on the planet Earth and in other planets, galaxies, all throughout the universe, that we are all one. And we acknowledge and bless that. We thank you, Mother Earth, for providing the space for us to have ceremony. We thank you for the power of living life here in the earth plane, of having our feet on the ground, of walking through life in physical form as a divine being, having this experience. May we all understand our mission, our assignment, and our job, that we have agreed to come here and live out our lives and be the best possible version, the best possible representation of divine energy that we can, and to enjoy it while we're doing it. Thank you for your assistance. Thank you for your support. And so it is. Good. All right. Let's just, since we're kind of in this frequency of spirit is very real around us. Let's go ahead and close our eyes, get into a place of connection. Just breathing in divine love and light, breathing it out into our bodies. I'm just going to take a moment, tune into spirit. I think we all understand that we're going through a great transition. And we can see this in anyone who follows astrology. There's been a lot of huge astrological events in the past week. And it hasn't necessarily been easy, but it's been necessary. And remember that we each chose to be here at this particular point in history. And I believe that is because as much light is needed to navigate these times and bring not only to shine the light of our own soul and have our own human experience, but also to shine the light all over the earth, to shine the light so that the things that have been done in secret for centuries can be brought to the light. And we're seeing that on the news. A lot of things are being brought to the light, and there is still the attempts by the dark to normalize the dark or to cause people not to be aware or to care. And our job is not to get all wrapped up in all that. Our job is to shine the light and to exist in the frequency of love. And in doing so, we ourselves are also transformed, and our lives are transformed. But as we are experiencing this, the light that is transforming us is also shining out into the world. So at this time, let's just, I'm going to tune into spirit and let them dictate the meditation. I'm not using music just because I don't have like royalty-free music that would be allowed on YouTube. And we'll figure that out. So let's focus on the feeling of love. Breathing in divine love. Not only just with your breath coming into your heart, but imagine that your heart opens up, the energy that is your heart, not necessarily just your physical heart, but your emotional heart, your spiritual heart, your mental heart, and begins to shine the light of your soul, not only through all the cells in your body, but also outside of your body. You can imagine the color pink. Pink is the color of universal love. Just breathe that in for a few breaths. Breathing in the color pink, the energy of divine love. Breathing it out into every cell in your body. Focus on relaxing your muscles. Just noticing which part of your body is holding tension. Breathing in divine love and breathing the energy of divine love into every cell in your body. Relaxing your muscles, relaxing your eyes, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your hips, your shoulders. Understanding and feeling the love of whatever you consider to be divine energy. So just take a moment, sending love to your body. If you have any places in your body that have been ill or experiencing pain, send a little extra dose of pink light and divine love to those areas of your body. If you have a hard time visualizing, just imagine the feeling, what love feels like. And now imagine that love, that divine love, that is filled up inside of your heart, that has gone down through the base of your spine into Mother Earth, keeping us grounded in the earth plane, now is rising up from your heart up through the top of your head and connecting with the high frequency energy of the divine. Remembering that the divine is not necessarily geographically above your head or far, far away. It's vibrationally higher than we are, but not geographically higher. Sometimes it helps to connect with divine energy by lifting your face a little bit up. And just feeling that connection to the love of the divine coming back down through the top of your head. Just imagine that as we sit here in this circle physically, we are also joined by others who are joining virtually by YouTube or however they're listening to it now or later. So imagine wherever you are that you're connecting to a community of souls who are focused and connected on divine love and creating a circle of light around each other, connected to each other, and including all of those who are here physically, but also those who are here virtually, because time and space doesn't really exist. Just imagine that the energy and the frequency of divine love is being sent around the circle. And then it's crisscrossing directly across, around in the circle, up and down, as we're emitting the frequency of divine love from inside of us. We are also connecting not only with other living, breathing humans who are participating, but also with the guides and angels that stand behind us and circle around us, the ones that are above us, the loving ancestors on the other side, and the energy of Mother Earth, the animals, the fish, the insects, all that exists in the earth plane and under the earth. And so that energy, that frequency of divine love is going back and forth and around and around. And it's gaining momentum with every breath that you take. You're breathing in divine love, breathing it out into the circle of light. Breathing it up into the sky, breathing it down into the earth. Now take a moment as you are imagining the circle of light with our physical bodies creating the circle, but also our spirits, our souls, our intentions. And imagine someone who you think could use some divine love and healing. So imagine that person or groups of people in the middle of the circle. I'm going to give you a moment if you'd like to name a person out loud that you imagine to be in the middle of the circle. Go ahead and do that. We'll put into the circle everyone who normally comes that's not here today. Whatever they're going through, whatever they got going on in their lives. Also, let's put all the victims of sexual trafficking in the middle of the circle. Let's put in the circle people who have been disappointed by the lack of integrity in people that they have looked up to. It's really hard when we find that somebody who we have looked up to is not who we thought they were. And so this week, a lot of those things have been coming out in the news. Maybe it's somebody you know personally who has disappointed you, betrayed you, act with lack of integrity, not been who they pretended to be. So if this is you, put yourself in the circle too. And sometimes it's hard to realize that the perpetrators also need divine love. And so if you can, place the perpetrators in the circle of divine love as well. Without their permission and free will, they may not benefit, but we're offering it to them. Remember, when you place people in a circle of light and you send them love and healing energy, you're sending them the opportunity. You're not interfering with their free will because they can always turn it down. But we offer divine love freely to everyone. And we ask for the highest good to be done, whatever that is. So let's extend the circle of light out beyond our circle. Let's extend it up into the sky so as to include whatever beings exist beyond the realm of the earth plane, angels, other life forms that exist beyond the earth, going all the way up to the Creator, extending divine love back even as the Creator is extending it to us. Then extending that divine love down in through the bottom of the base of our spine, the bottoms of our feet, into the earth, the consciousness of our Mother Earth, and all creatures, all life forms, all plants, animals, fish, insects, people, other beings that may live under the earth or in the oceans. Let's extend divine love to them as well. Things that are under the surface. In shamanism, we live in 3 worlds. The middle world is where we live most of our waking conscious life. The upper world is the world of spirit. The lower world is the world of the unconscious. A lot of secrets hide in the lower world. Things that need to be revealed. So let's send divine love into the lower world. You could consider that into the earth, into the realm of the subconscious, into the realm of secrets, into the realm of things that need to be changed so that we can all live lives of peace in the earth plane together with our brothers and sisters and all other life forms. So we're basically shining a light into the lower world, asking that whatever truths need to be revealed for the highest good of all be revealed. If there needs to be accountability, then it will happen. If there needs to be mercy, then that will happen as well. It makes it really powerful if you use your breath when you're extending divine love, whether it's up or down or around. Breathing in divine love, directing it down into the lower world. Directing it into the upper world, directing it now into the middle world. The middle world is the realm in which we live. It encompasses past, present, and future. It encompasses everyone, human or otherwise, that is living in the earth plane throughout all time and space, connected to the earth. So let's extend divine love, first of all, to our past, our collective past. We can send divine love to our recent past, and that would encompass this lifetime. First, let's extend that divine love to ourselves and our own past. Things that have happened to us and around us that are related to this lifetime from birth until now. You may come across a memory of some moment in your past that was particularly painful or challenging. Send divine love to that version of yourself that was doing the best they could given the circumstances, given the state of the evolution of your soul age. And you're sending divine love to that moment in time. It might be many moments. If you want to extend it to people in your past, you can, but you can certainly extend it to the actual events of your past, even if you can't extend it to the people. If you can't think of anything that might need healing, it's okay. Send it to the happy moments. Send it to your soul that has experienced all the things from birth until now. And now we're going to continue to go backwards in time before your birth and send divine love to yourself before you incarnated into this lifetime, whatever the soul, the awareness that was you was doing. Send that divine love to the eternal consciousness that individuated into this body in this time, in this space, whatever that consciousness was doing before. Send divine love to that. If you can think of a moment in history, whether it involved a version of you or it didn't, if you think of a time in history that could use a dose of divine love, remember that time doesn't exist. We can send divine love to the past. Let's send divine love to a moment in our history, whether it's our personal history or our collective history as the history of humanity. Imagine you're sending divine love to a moment in history from as far back as we have knowledge of our history, from the time that humans first appeared on the earth. And although it's possible and probable that our consciousness has existed in other places besides Earth, we are concentrating this particular missile of divine love, infusion of divine love to things that have happened in the earth plane. Allow your guides and your angels to give you ideas of places to send divine love to moments in history. we all can be somewhat aware that places on the earth that have had challenging history happen on it can hold unhealed energy. So imagine a place on the earth that holds a frequency of unhealed energy, and send divine love to that place on the earth. If you can't think of anything or you don't understand that concept, think of a place that you know of that has had more than one car accident in the same exact spot. Those spots hold energy of car accidents, and so they tend to perpetuate themselves. And so, particularly in areas of the earth where things repeatedly happen, where difficult, challenging things repeatedly happen, send divine love to a specific point in the earth, under the earth, above the earth, but in some way connected to the earth where something happens repeatedly that is challenging, where something on the earth plane holds the energy of an unhealed wound. And send divine love for the highest good, whatever that is. And now we're going to come back from the past. And so bring your awareness back to this present moment. And then we're going to move to the future. So first of all, we're going to send divine love to a moment in your future. You can think of a date on the calendar. You can think of an important event that's coming up. Whatever it is that is important to you sometime in the future. If you can't think of an important event coming up, then choose a random date on the calendar and send divine love to that date. You might just spontaneously hear a date in your head. I specifically heard Christmas Day 2026. So I'm sending divine love to Christmas Day 2026. And the way that you send divine love to a date on the calendar is you imagine a calendar. You imagine that date lighting up. And then you just imagine pink energy being sent to that date on the calendar. Now, if you know of a date on the calendar that is significant for someone else in your life, you can include them in this infusion of divine love. So pick a date on the calendar that's significant for someone else in your life. And if you don't know the exact date, send it to an event that's coming up for someone else in your life. And when we send divine love, we're not asking for anything in particular. We're just sending divine love for the highest good. I'm going to give you a little extra time in case there's a bunch of people you want to send divine love to their future. I'll give you a little extra time. You can do it for more than one person. And this is for an individual. We'll include larger events in a minute. Now I want you to send the energy of divine love into a time in the future, and you may know a date or you may be sending it to a random date that is significant for our collective future. That one might be a little harder. It's a little more elusive. But if it is, just choose a random date and say, I send divine love to this date in the future for our collective highest good. Now I'm going to give you a little time to send divine love to something that you come up with on your own that I didn't mention. So if you can't think of anything, you can bring your awareness back into your body and send divine love to yourself. Or you can choose one of the items that I've already mentioned, but I'm going to give you a little time to send divine love to some aspect of life that I didn't mention. You could even imagine it raining, pink rain. Divine love just raining down on the earth, past, present, future, going down into the lower world, up into the upper world, all over the middle world. And everything in between. Just hearing Spirit say that these are very volatile times. These are times when timelines are shifting. Things that have been strongholds, that have been kept in secret for centuries, are now being exposed. People have acted out of a lack of integrity due to power and greed and just ego. All of these things are being exposed, and it is difficult sometimes to exist in the frequency of love when you are surrounded on every turn by difficult emotions. People are struggling, people are hurting. It's so important that you not close your eyes to what's going on, but at the same time that you hold the frequency of love and emit a healing frequency so that the earth can be at peace. And also during this time, it's important to recognize that you are living here in the earth plane, and you can have a different experience than what you see going on around you. In today's energy, February 22nd, it's 222. Those numbers are significant. 2 is the energy of connection, nurturing, intimacy. In the tarot, the 2 card is the High Priestess, so it's a very spiritual number. So today is an excellent day to connect with the energy of having metaphysical experiences. If you want to call them mystical experiences, it's a really good day for that. But also today, there's an alignment between Jupiter and Venus being the planet of love, Jupiter being the planet of expansion. Today is a day of expansion of everything that is relative to love. And so doing this meditation on this particular day is expanding. Jupiter is helping to expand the energy of love further and stronger and wider than we could even realize. So make sure that you feel that divine love bubbling up inside of you. And Spirit saying, on a personal note, take a moment to think of something, a deep inner desire, wish, intention that you would like that energy of expansion, that Jupiter expansion into your personal life. I wouldn't include necessarily the word wish. I would say, create a statement that says something like, I welcome with joy and love into my life, and fill in the blank. You can hold it inside of your mind. When you get home, maybe write it on a piece of paper. Or after we're done here, I'll give you a few minutes to write. But breathe it in. Breathe in the energy of that desire, whatever it is. If you can't think of something specific, just say, I welcome into my life my highest good, whatever it is. That covers everything. But it's really nice to be specific. That way, when it happens, you can say, oh, it happened. And know that you have your loving angels. We're surrounded today by beautiful, loving angels, guides, beings of light, whatever you want to call those beings that are assisting us. You have angels that are here waiting to assist you and help you in creating your desire. And it's not selfish. We've already sent divine love to everything we can think of. So know that it is your divine right to exist in the frequency of love and joy and to have a happy life. So just take this moment for yourself. Create your statement. Say it inside of your head. You don't have to say it out loud. You can say it out loud later. What it is you are welcoming into your life. And you can include the expansion of Jupiter and Venus on this 222 day. I use this energy and I thank the angels for assisting me and welcoming into my life my highest good, a trip to the beach, whatever it is you want. And I'm just hearing from spirit. Just remember, this is a time of transformation. It's a time of rebirth. It's a time of a reboot. You are needed here on the earth plane to help usher it in. And you do so through divine love and joy and peace, through showing kindness to your neighbors, through speaking words of life, through infusing what you eat and what you drink with divine love, people that you meet out and about in your life. And supporting others who are doing work in a larger scale, so that those who have large platforms can bring about changes in a larger way. We each have a part to play. Okay, I feel like I'm done. Why don't you take a moment and write some notes? You can continue your meditation if you're not done. Let's all just be respectful of everybody else. If you didn't bring paper and you want to write something down, there's all kinds of little pads of paper and pens over there. And I'm going to turn off the YouTube. Welcome all of you. If you want to do this meditation later, again, it's going to be available. And anybody who came through and watched it live, it looks like we got one person on there. Yay! So thanks for being here, and come back next time. Wait, I got to get my glasses. I can't see how to turn it off.